What is up, YouTube? Today, I want to talk about habits. Everybody knows that if you want to be successful in life, you're gonna have to keep growing and keep going from one position to another. And honestly, I'm gonna be realistic. Not everything is as great as it seems or as pretty as it seems. As all of you or a lot of you may have seen a glacier, and the top of the mountain it looks so successful, but at the bottom of it, there's a big old thing of just of it's lonely, it's hard, it's a lot more process you have to do, a lot more work alone. There's a lot of things that people don't see, but what they do see is a success and the guarantee that you are going to make it because of what they see. But what they don't know is what you're doing to make that possibility. Everything you do in life comes from the habits you choose. Everybody wants to live a great life, but what does it take to live that great life? What does it take to make something happen for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones? What do you got to do to make it happen? Well, you got to learn how to have good habits. You got to learn how to separate yourself from other people. You got to learn to sometimes just do the opposite from other people because sometimes doing what everybody does, surely, obviously, doing what everybody does is not the right thing. If people go out on weekends, it don't mean you got to go out. I know there's a lot of beautiful women out there, but because they do it, but because your bros do it, because your family does it, it don't mean you got to do it. Because what matters in 5 years is what you need to be doing. If it matters in 5 years, then keep at it. If it don't matter in 5 years, if it don't matter in a week, then you can cut it off and you can choose your priorities from then. Your priorities matter because our time is only here for a moment, and it feels weird. We have a great life, and it's all in what you do with the life and the time you have. Especially if you live an 8 to 5 job, I know that may feel like, damn, you have no time to do things, to do like what you want to do in business, and you have to go to work and do that most of your day. And then when you go home, you're just tired, and then or you go home, you go to the gym, or you go to the gym in the morning, then you go to work, and then you do this, and it feels like everything just like boom, 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 boom. Well, that's the power. You got to have discipline and make sure you choose your habits wisely. You gotta know that in your off time when people are sleeping, you gotta be hitting the grind. You gotta be grinding. You gotta be reading. You gotta be studying. You gotta get a consultant. You gotta get somebody ahead of you, already ahead of the game, that can pull you and teach you and consult you to that next level. Because if they were at that position and they can pull you from that position, if they got out of that position that you were in, then what's stopping you from taking a leap of faith to doing something that can really inspire your life, that you can cut your time in half by 5 years? You can be in a better position. You don't have to be in that same position in 5 years, because that's the thing that hurts a lot of people. They think they're doing progressive, they're working, 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 and really they're just tiring themselves out and they're in the same position. But reality is very important. You get a consultant, you get somebody that's already there, somebody. It's all in who you surround yourself with. It's all in who you know, and that's never going to change, because especially in this world, the people that are successful are the ones who are around the successful people. Successful people aren't around losers, and it doesn't mean that successful people weren't at one position in one point in life. Everybody has to start from somewhere, but it's the faith and the determination and the strength, the will to do it. You got to have a strong will, because if you don't, you're just going to be average and just like settle like the rest. You got to have a strong will, and having a strong will is just going against the tides and going against all resistance, going against the nature of what is average. If you want to be great, you have to go against what is average. You have to go against all resistance. You have to go against it. You have to face times by yourself. You have to shed blood, tears, or whatever it is. You have to do it. No one else is going to do it for you. This is all in your hands. This is all your time, your life. If it matters in 5 years to you, your family, your friends, whatever it is, your why in 5 years, 10 years, where do you see yourself? the why should drive you more important than the journey. The journey is very important itself, but what is more important is the why. Because when you get there, that after 5 years, and you look back after that day, you finally made that decision, and you realize and you see all your friends around, and you see like they're still in the same position, they don't know, and you see the sacrifice that you did and the sacrifice that you made, even though no one believed in you, even though you may have been through all kinds of loses and losses, but it was the sacrifices you made and the belief and the faith that you had that made you where you are in 5 years. And it's always good. What I love to do, I love to see where I'm at in 5 years and say, as if I'm speaking to other people, like in a conference, like, man, I thank God. I thank God I believed in me. I believed in him. I knew I was going to make it. I didn't give up what it took, because you only live once. I only have one life, and time is going, and it feels like time is moving faster as the world is growing faster and faster every day. So I got to make something happen, and I made something happen, and I'm grateful that I did it. Tell yourself these things. See yourself saying these things in the 5 years, and then when in 5 years, I guarantee you're gonna see it's gonna make it a reality. I hope this gives you some positivity, some motivation today, because everybody has a gift inside of them. Everybody has that willpower, and everybody has that decision, especially in America. You are blessed. You have no reason. You have no reason at the end of the day to be a failure, because everything's given to you. And if God is with us, then who can be against us?